Hi dear friends, what do you think a frog will do if it is being put into a pot of boiling water? Sure, the frog will realize that it is in danger and swiftly it will jump out of the boiling water, right? Okay, but what do you think if you keep the frog in a pot of water under room temperature? I think every one of you will agree that the frog will feel comfortable and will enjoy the stay in water under room temperature. Now, let us gradually increase the temperature of water. Although the frog may feel a slight discomfort due to the rise in temperature, the frog will not jump out. As the increase in temperature is gradual, the frog will learn to adapt and adjust itself. It will now become comfortable with its new surroundings. If we further raise the temperature gradually, the frog will increasingly adapt to the environment. So, here the frog gradually adapted to the situation over time. The moral of the story is, the change shall be gradual. For effective organizational change, use a slow and gradual process transformation by paying attention to the subtle reactions from the employees. This is commonly known as the parable of the boiling frog by Peter Senge. Dear friends, this is our fourth video on CMQ Basics and I am your host Binoy. In this video, we will discuss about change management. The change is improve and make a difference. The CMQ handbook explains change management as the strategies, processes and practices involved in creating and managing change. I repeat, the strategies, processes and practices involved in creating and managing change is change management. Under this subdivision, as part of the syllabus, we need to evaluate various change management strategies to overcome organizational roadblocks, how to achieve desired change levels and review outcomes for effectiveness. In addition to that, we need to define and describe factors that contribute to an organization's culture. Why changes are required in an organization? When you are finished changing, you are finished. 20 years ago, many of us probably don't have an email address, and now it is hard to imagine life without emails. 15 years ago, social network companies like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter didn't exist. But now, can you imagine a world without these social medias? You can choose to change with the time. Take advantage of new opportunities in your industry and grow your business. Organizations that continually improve their processes will have a greater probability of success than those who only react to situations. The need for changes can be due to internal forces or external forces. If a manager wants to modify the organizational strategies, then it is an internal force which drives the change. The other internal forces may include composition of organization's workforce and employee attitudes. The changes happen due to more or increased competition is called market forces. Market forces are examples of external forces which may result in changes in the organization. Government laws and regulations. For example, a country revising their foreign labor law and insisting an organization to hire more local workers is an illustration of external driving force. The other external driving forces include technology and economic changes. Modern machines replacing human labor and the availability of internet have brought out many significant changes in various organizations. I hope you all remember that many companies downsized to survive during recession in 2007 and 2009 periods. These are instances of external forces which result in changing an organization's culture. Who is commonly responsible for making these changes, or who are the initiators? In order to change, catalysts are needed. People acting as catalysts are called change agents. Change agents are individuals who play a specific role in the planning and implementation of change management process. They can be external or internal. Internal change agents may be the manager within the organization. External change agent is a person outside the organization. He may offer advice, assistance, and objective outlook. But the major disadvantage of external change agents can be their lack of familiarity with the specific corporate culture. In summary, for any organization, survival is the main point that creates the need to change. If they want to survive, they have to keep on changing. Now let us evaluate various change management strategies to overcome organizational roadblocks. The first question which lurks in our mind is, what are the organizational roadblocks for change management? The first one is lack of support from management. As you know, the employees will mirror what their leaders do. Most employees think that they will get more benefits if they do what is important to the higher ups of the company. And these workers get that information by watching those leaders and not probably by listening to them. So the change management depends largely on management, attitude, and support. The second one is inward focus. The members of the organization mostly care about the internal processes, so the attitude to look externally for different ideas will not come naturally. The third problem is limited sources and tight schedules may cause employees to compete each other, which may remain as a hindrance for change management. Fear of change and fear of failure. People don't resist change, they resist being changed. People are afraid of change because of its potential impact on them, because people are often uncertain of what their new roles will be and whether they will be able to adapt to the changes. Other roadblocks include additional work, lack of teamwork across boundaries, lack of authority, lack of understanding. Now, what are the possible solutions to overcome these roadblocks? These roadblocks can be avoided if proper awareness of the need for change is created. The organization shall implement measures to avoid fear of change. We must take care to identify and resolve the causes for resistance to change. Use the change agents in planning and implementing the change management processes. Can also help us to overcome these organizational roadblocks. After implementing these changes, it is equally important to assure how to achieve desired change levels. First one, define the vision and strategies for achieving them. Second, management support. Management must ensure that information related to organization's vision, mission, strategies, and objectives shall be continuously communicated. The third one is constraint identification. Identifying the constraints for implementing changes is very important. Remember the Chinese proverb that a wise man adapts him to circumstances as water shapes itself into the vessel that contains it. As Mr. John F. Kennedy said, change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. Thank you very much for watching our videos. To watch more videos, please visit my YouTube channel or Facebook page over the link below. Our next video will be about leadership techniques and conflict management. See you on the next Friday. Bye.